Hello there, welcome back to the channel. I'm John from the Final Third, and in this video we're going to be fitting a Ring doorbell. Now I know a lot of people are using these at the moment, they've become very fashionable, so I thought I may as well get one and put one on myself. So the package has just turned up from Amazon, that's it there. So we're just going to take it out, unbox it all and fit it. Hopefully it's not going to be too difficult. I've never put one on before, but as the saying goes, there's a first time for everything. So we just got a little package here, it's just turned up, Amazon. We're going to open it up. Now I've looked at a number of different ones that you can get. Probably the most well-known one is the actual Ring doorbell, and it's also the most expensive. You get the basic package and then they try and get you to upgrade it so you can record videos and store them in the cloud. And I think they all do this, but it's not necessary for it to work. So I haven't taken out a subscription. I don't really intend to. I just want it to be able to see someone at the door during the winter months when it's dark. So this is one I got. It's a pretty basic package. I'll leave a link to it obviously down in the description. There's a picture of it there. It was from Amazon. Where else? I did look at 3 different ones. This one had quite good reviews and it was cheap, the cheapest one of the lot. So I thought I'll try it with this one. If it works pretty well, I was thinking of maybe getting a few more around the home, some in the back garden, some down the side, and so on. But first of all, we're going to take it out and try it out. So I'll just get the cellophane off it. So far it looks fairly well packaged. There was something like 2,000 reviews on Amazon. Most of them positive. Obviously some of them not so positive. So I always tend to look at the 5-star or the 4-star and then go down to the one star and find out what problems there was. Most of the ones I found were they tried to get you to take out the subscription to be able to look at the videos or record video. But then I thought I'm not really using it for that purpose. So I'm just going to get this basic one and see how we get on. Right, now there is an instruction manual with it. Pretty basic, I presume, but we'll have a look at it. So it just gives you basically what it does. There's a battery compartment on it, and also the ringer, I think, is a USB. Now I did read that in some of the reviews as well. So it runs off a USB, which you need to charge up to once a week sometimes, depending on how much you use it. Presumably, if you have it on full, then you need to charge it more often. Right, so it's got a little. There's a picture of it there. Not a picture of it. There's the actual product. It's got a little bit to get your nails in. I presume that comes apart. There we go, we've got it open. So it's just a mounting bracket on it as far as I can see. And I did hear that you can use sticky tape on it. And then it's got the batteries inside it. Now I think these are actually batteries that are rechargeables, I presume. There's a little charging socket at the back there. So I imagine, there's a sticky double-sided sticky tape for it to go on the door, which is what I'll use. You can do a hard fix on it. It's actually got some screws, I believe, and I can't see them in here. So in the package we've just got the bell. That is the ringer, and it's a little USB, so that's got to be charged up in a socket with a plug. Probably need to do that first of all, really, or just put it on first and then we can charge it up while we're looking at the instructions. I think this is the screws in this little packet here. Looks like it, but we're not going to use them for now. And it's got a little brown charging cable as well. It's the old side. It's not the C. It's the old side charger on it. But I've got plenty of those anyway, as I'm sure most people have. So they're the screws. We don't actually need those. But what we need to do is get an adapter, or if you've got USBs go directly into your wall, that can just go straight into it. We'll probably put it in one of the USB adapters in one of the front rooms so we can hear the bell going off rather than having it in the hallway. And there's your charger for it. So that will be plugged in continuously, presumably. And then this one, I've read some of that needs to be charged about once a week. So you saw the 2 large batteries in there, those lithium-ion batteries. They're not designed to be changed over, just charged up. So we'll put that on charge now, see how much charge is in it. It may have to be charged overnight, but we'll get it set up anyway. Right, so looking at the description, it looks like it just pops into the housing. So you'll fix the housing outside and then you'll take this in to charge it, presumably. I suppose that makes sense. You don't want to be charging it while it's sitting on the door, but I would have thought you could charge it while it's out there, but I don't know. I can't see any way of doing it. You've got the little socket for the USB cable in there, but when you've got this on, you can't see it. So presumably that'll have to be taken out and charged. Anyway, we'll put the sticky tape on. I'll find a place where we want to put this. Put this one on sort of at eye level. As you can see, we've just got our little casing and we've just got our sticky stuff that goes on the back of it. First impressions, it's got quite good stickiness on it. I'm just going to give that a little wipe down the door. It should be clean enough. They always say to remove any grease, so I'm going to do that anyway. Then we'll take the other side of the tape off and just get it in position. That seems quite sturdy. Right, well, I'll just plug the bell in. It's not making a sound, so I think maybe I'm going to have to charge this up. Probably have to charge it up overnight, which is what we'll do now. So we'll just pop that off. I'll have a read of the instructions while I'm doing that. Right, so as I say, I've tried it. Plug it into the door, but I don't think it's actually worked yet. So what I'm going to do is put it on charge, have a cup of tea, read the instructions, and then we'll come back and then set it all up on our phone once we've done that. I've just got my bell on here. I've tried that does work. I'm not sure how long it takes, but I'll have a look at the instructions and we'll get back to it. Right, so, close that door over. Right, so we've charged up the doorbell now. We've just come back. It took about 2 or 3 hours. There was a bit of charge in it, but not too much. So I'll just give it a full charge. And in the meantime, I went to the website. You get the paperwork with it, the instructions. This is them here, as you can see. Tells you basically how to do it, and there's a little QR code on there as well, if you can see that. It's a little QR code there. So what you do is you scan that, and then you just go to either the Apple Store or the Google Store. Can't think what you call that one. Play Store, that's it. And just download the app. So that's what I've done. I've just downloaded the app on my phone. So I'll have a look here. That's a little icon there. It's called Seeing the app. It's got a little owl. Just click on that, and then it comes up with front door. So just click on that. Click on devices, my device. Then you've got to set it up. It'll go to my devices. And then just put add device on the green button there. Press on that. And then it's got video doorbell, battery camera, mini doorbell, and so on. Obviously, you just go to the doorbell. And then you scroll down to get your model. This particular one is M8, which is this one here. And you put your Wi-Fi and details and stuff all in there. Wi-Fi password, which you'll need for your Wi-Fi network, because it runs off your Wi-Fi. I thought it was Bluetooth, but it's actually Wi-Fi. So you just confirm it. And then you just scan this QR code against the doorbell. So mine's actually put out on the front of the house now. But you just scan it and it will just read it. It's got a little bit down the bottom there. Hold it 10 centimeters or 4 inches away, and that then should read it and connect it to your phone. The code, hold it up against it. I think you have to press the button.
Entering pairing mode. Network information received. Waiting for Wi-Fi connection. Wi-Fi connected. Waiting for device registration. Device registration successful.
So we just click on the confirm button there, and that's it, it's logged it on. Now the first couple of times I did this, I didn't wait long enough, so you've got to hold it by the phone. I thought it hadn't registered it, but you've got to give it around about 90 seconds for it to do it, which I've now done. So then you can open the app, and there we've got a picture outside my house. Now it is dark obviously, but we can turn on the light and have a look. There we go. It's got like around about a 1 to 2 second delay on it, but it's quite bright, so you can see with the door open it's got quite good distance, and you can set it to go further down the path, I believe, but we're going to leave it there for now. And also you've got the volume, so when someone rings you can talk to them direct from the phone and see a picture of them in real time. You can take a screenshot, and you can also flip it on its side if you want a bigger view, like that. So far it looks okay. I've not looked at it in the daytime because I was charging up the battery before I got a chance to fit it and connect it and everything. The battery's running at 93% at the moment. So I think you believe you have to change it once a week, I've heard. But again, it's quite easy to do. And it's got a little USB slot on the back there, and that just charges. The batteries are in there, but they're lithium ones, so they're quite big. But it depends on really if you have it on 24/7. I mean, I will probably not have to do that. I'll probably have it on in the daytime, turn it off at night. But it's just while, you know, obviously we're indoors, you can just double check. Okay, so we're on Amazon now. You can have a look at the actual, I've got the web page up. Now, it wasn't the most expensive one. There's obviously a lot of different ones. You can get the more expensive Ring, the original one. That's about £70. There was one at £30, which had quite a lot of reviews when I was about to buy it. Then I see this one at £12.99. I thought, oh, well, that doesn't seem too bad. I'll try it out. If it's not that good, then you can just upgrade it to a better model. But it did have quite a few reviews on it. I think it was about 1,800. And most of them were positive. So you had quite a lot of 5 stars, 60%, 13% of 1 star. Most of the people said they try and force you to take out the cloud storage, so you can save the videos, but you have to take out an annual subscription to do so. I think it's around about £30. Some of them were a lot more, but this one was fairly reasonable. But it's not really what I bought it for, to be honest with you. I just bought it so I wanted someone I can check who's ringing the doorbell late at night and so on, and just keep an eye on things. So most of the reviews, as you can see, were quite positive. There was a few that were not so, but most of it was okay. And we also had some pictures people put on there, uploaded onto Google. As you can see, that's it in daylight. And there's the picture in the daytime. So it's pretty much how mine looks. I've not tested it in the daytime yet, but obviously I will do tomorrow. But yeah, most of the reviews are quite positive. Most people said it was okay, but only time will tell. There are a couple of other, like I say, different ones. That's the actual Ring. The ringer, is that the word for it? But you put that in a USB slot, so you'll need a little adapter for that, and you can either put that in your hallway or in your front room, wherever you want to, and that'll just ring them when someone rings in, and you'll get a notification up on your phone. And that's pretty much it, really. It looks quite good looking at these pictures here. It looks fairly good coverage, good enough anyway. And yeah, so far most of the reviews have been positive, and that's what you want. I have noticed in some of the reviews people have said that they bought a second one for their garden at that price. It's so cheap, and I may well do so myself. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope you found the review helpful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up as usual. And if you've got one similar, you can maybe leave some comments below of suggestions, help out some of the other watchers and viewers, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.